Hello YouTube, Oliver here from Caravan Cubs, and we're going to be reviewing the first generation Audi Q7 3.0 diesel V6 as a tow car. And at the moment I haven't got anything on tow, and I can just say it's a really nice place to be. Okay, plenty of power where you need it, nice and smooth. You'd think an older sort of gearbox like this is a bit would be a bit sluggish on the changes, but this not so much. Really nice quick gear changes, and just a really nice place to be. So something to add, this has got air suspension, which is quality. You can adjust the ride height. We'll talk about that during the towing bit in more detail. This obviously can have issues, but actually they are you can fix them if it does go wrong. Compressors in the boot, that's normally what goes wrong, or the height sensors. So yeah, it is a good place to be. We're a family of 6, we can fit all of our stuff in the boot. There's plenty of room for 3 children along the backpack, and you can drop each seat individually to allow access into the backpack, and also space for another child in the back. So I'm just coming on to a roundabout now, and I'll give you an example of what it's like to floor it, because I should be able to get a bit of space, and we'll be going into the national speed limit. Now, this car is actually like really smooth under acceleration, and it does sound pretty cool as well, which helps. It definitely doesn't sound like, you know, a sports car, and it's really not too overpowering noise inside, but you can really hear that engine going for it, and it is really nice. Oh bloody hell. Right, so here we go, we're exiting the roundabout. I'm just going to give it a little bit of space, and now I'm going 20 miles an hour, and I'm just going to dump it now. And that's 60. So it's really nice. The costs of this purchase price was about 3.5, with 6 months warranty from a garage. Again, you do get a lot of tech with that as well. The killer on these is the road tax. It's about £70 a month, like late 60s, 70, which is pretty expensive. The fuel, when you're off tow, from personal experience, it's about 20, low 20s around town, 30 to 33 on the motorway. On tow, it's again sort of 19 around town, and yeah, it's about 23 to 27 depending on how hilly the motorway is. We'll show you an example in a minute of me towing my 1970s Alpine Sprite, which is 750 kilos, and you'll see actually how quick it can pull away up a hill. The other thing to mention about this car is the servicing. It's got a timing chain, so it's really important that you service this car regularly with the correct oil. The oil capacity is quite high, so you need to buy like 10 litres, because they come in 5-litre jugs. The other servicing parts aren't too much, but the killer on this is that the differentials, obviously front and rear, require 3 litres of diff oil, and it has to be Audi differential oil, which pains me to say it. So that's really expensive. You know, I think it's like 20 or 30 quid a litre. Transfer case, again, needs to be Audi differential transfer case oil. And the other thing is the gearbox. You need to service the gearbox on these. Now, the differentials and transfer case are really easy to do yourself, but the gearbox itself is one of them things that, yes, you could do it yourself. Yes, you could buy the special pumps to pump the oil in, but actually it costs £400 to get it done by a professional, and that's including the oils. So I would personally, and I'm a qualified mechanic, I've got another channel, it's got over 2,000 subscribers, and I do a lot of work on cars. I would actually take this to the gearbox specialist just to do that job. You know, I've done injectors before, I've done cam belts, I've done, you know, all sorts of, you know, sort of, I like to call them high-end jobs on cars. But that particular job, I really don't want to mess the gearbox. Point to note on that, by the time you actually buy all the gearbox oil, which I've forgotten the exact figure, but I think you need like 8 litres. There's not actually too much difference in it, and once you bought the specialist pump and all that, realistically, you know, this car's done 150,000 miles. Let's say it goes up to 300,000. I'm probably only going to have to do two of them gearbox services during its life. So it's got a really nice road presence, this car. It is really wide. I haven't actually towed the Sprite yet on this car, but our other Caravan, the Sterling Europa, is quite a wide Caravan, and it's actually not too much wider than the car. The so what of that is, it actually sort of makes it easier in a way, because you're so used to the width of this car. When you're towing the Caravan, you don't have to adjust your driving too much. With the Sprite, it's going to be really easy, because I actually think the Sprite is slightly narrower, or the same width as the car itself. The road, you know, you've got loads of visibility here as well. I'm just going to ping you over to the sort of A-pillars. Although they do look quite wide, they're at a really, really nice angle, and that helps massively with visibility. I never ever struggle with visibility in this car when reversing or anything, or blind spots when you're pulling out of junctions. However, I've been in a Peugeot 208 hatchback and a VW Tiguan, and the blind spots on them are awful. You know, really, really, really bad. But this car, you've got really lots of visibility, so that helps. So another cool thing about this car is obviously the auto suspension. But I just want you to have a look at this, because you're going to see something cool in a minute. And then also, when you come out of here and go into reverse, it says, you can see that it's got no Caravan on the back, and this is going mental, okay? So you press car, systems, scroll down here, oh no, set up. You've got tow mode there, right? But you don't need to activate that, because as soon as I plug this in, it will go into tow mode. Point to note, the car is really, really long, right? And then when you've got the Caravan on the back, and this is only a short Caravan, it's a bit of a nightmare, because especially when you've got to sort of counter steer on this, when you're reversing into stuff, this is actually quite long. One thing you do have in your advantage is obviously it's high up, so you can sort of mount curbs and other obstacles. So now, if I put it in reverse now, it's got the Caravan on the back, which is pretty cool. When I go into car, it's got a Caravan on the back as well. So it's automatically now in tow mode. So what does tow mode do, you may ask? Well, it levels out the suspension, right? It doesn't put in its lowest setting anymore. As you can see, got the Caravan on the back, very nice. And it also like hangs on to the revs longer, and doesn't like give it so much power. Like, it just feels a bit more torquier. As you can see, good job I've got a small Caravan, as I've just got through there. But look how the same sort of similar width as the again that side, similar sort of detail. So we've got the Caravan on the back, and I'm just going to show you how good this car is when turning. So I've got a bit of a rolling start. I'm going 20 miles an hour, and I'm going to accelerate up to 50, which is the speed limit on this A road. 45 and 50. So really, really nice speed. You can obviously tell that it's slightly slower, but honestly, there's not much in it. And it's even when I got my Caravan, which is 1.5 tons of all the stuff inside it, it's the same sort of thing. Up hills, right, with the G-Wagon, I used to struggle. I used to have to take a bit of a run up. Obviously, it was 1990, it's older. Yes, the stability was about the same as this. There's obviously other good things about the G-Wagon where it's shorter, but with this, it's effortless when you're on like the motorway. You don't have to think. All you got to think about is what way you're heading, the width of the Caravan, checking your mirrors, checking your blind spots, and that's all you have to worry about. You don't have to worry about obviously the gear changes and if it's got enough power to get up somewhere, so that's good. In the previous clip, you would have seen the size of the mirrors. These are really good, really, really massive. I mean, I'm not convinced that I really need them for this Caravan that is in the additional mirrors, but the big mirrors, this car comes with are really good. What you find is, in fact, is the cars like Land Rover Defenders, which ironically I am actually sort of behind one now, are and the G-Wagons, the old G-Wagons, have got these little mirrors, and they're not secure, so they sort of fall down when you're towing, which isn't ideal. So you've got to either pull over, or you've got to get your other half to adjust the mirror on the other side. There you go. You can just see in the distance in front of us there, there's a Land Rover Defender. I mean, they are nice. These roads are perfect to showcase exactly how good the Q7 is as a tow car. They're really quite bumpy, and the Caravan's not, the car's not really doing it too much justice. Wrong, the camera's not doing it too much justice on how sort of bumpy these roads are around Dorset. Now, even in a normal car without something on the back, the car does get thrown all around the place, whereas this Q7 with the Caravan on the back, you'd expect it to be throwing the car around all around, especially with the way the roads are so bumpy and twisty and turny. But it's really not the case at all, and you can quite easily keep up with traffic as long as you're staying within the speed limits. Same day, different Caravan, and as you can see, it is slightly wider, and this is actually quite a wide Caravan. Just to put some perspective how long and wide this vehicle is. Q7, and it is literally through that window. And if you hang on for a second, you'll actually see, well, in fact, you see the other Caravan through that window. You'll see a picture of the two together. And now, if you've got any questions about this car, please make sure you put them in the comments. And thank you very much for sticking to the end. It's really good for the channel. So please make sure you like and subscribe. And we're going to have lots of budget friendly Caravan holiday tips for you soon.